Hey there, love. Welcome to Sacred Stillness, a quiet corner of the world where your soul doesn't have to perform, where your heart can finally exhale. Here, we whisper the prayers that don't always make it into church pews or Sunday sermons. The kind of prayers you pray at 2 a.m. when the lights are off, when the mask slips, and the tears rise before the words do. Tonight's prayer is for the ones who smile, so no one asks what's wrong. The ones who laugh at the right moments, say, "I'm fine" without flinching, and carry silent burdens that no one else can see. If you've ever felt like you're breaking behind a well-practiced grin, this space is for you. Not to fix it, not to force healing, but just to be. So let the world fall away for a while. Let the performance rest, and let's whisper together, not for answers, but for the sacred peace that comes when you know God hears you even when the words are soft and breaking. You're not alone anymore. Not here, not tonight.
The smile that hides the storm. Hey God, can I be honest with you tonight? I'm tired of pretending, tired of playing the part, tired of holding myself together just so no one else feels uncomfortable. You see, I've gotten really good at smiling. Too good. So good that most people would never guess what's actually going on behind my eyes. They see my grin, my laughter, my "I've got this" energy, and they believe it. They believe me. But you know the truth, don't you? You know that behind every well-timed smile, there's a storm I've been hiding for far too long. You know that when I say I'm fine, what I really mean is I'm exhausted, but I don't want to burden you. I'm hurting, but I don't know how to explain it. I'm breaking, and I'm scared no one will catch me if I fall. God, there's something so lonely about wearing a smile that doesn't belong to you. Something quietly devastating about laughing through pain. So no one asks too many questions. Because questions are hard. Questions require answers. And answers force you to feel things you've been burying just to survive. So I became the strong one, the cheerful one, the reliable one. But in doing that, I disappeared. Somewhere along the way, I stopped being real, even with myself. And now I'm just tired. Tired of nodding when I want to shake my head. Tired of laughing when I want to scream. Tired of walking through life like everything's okay when inside, I'm not sure it is. God, this smile, this practiced, polished smile, it hides so much. It hides grief. It hides fear. It hides the fact that sometimes I feel completely invisible, unnoticed, unheard. And the worst part? It's working. They don't ask because they don't know, because I've taught them not to. I've made it easy for the world to miss me, to see my surface and assume it reflects my soul. But you see deeper. Don't you? You see the heaviness I carry into every room. You see the silence I swallow when I want to speak. You see the prayers I whisper without words, the kind that sit in my chest like an ache too deep to name. God, if you're listening, and I believe you are, please just notice me tonight. Not the version of me the world sees. Not the fine I wear like armor, but me, the real me, the trembling, tired, tear-stained me that no one else ever meets. I need you to see the storm behind the smile. I need you to know that I'm not okay, even if I can't say it out loud. I need you to hold the truth I can't carry by myself anymore. Because tonight, I don't have the strength to pretend. I don't have the energy to explain. I just need to be seen. Not for how well I perform, but for how deeply I ache. So here I am, God. No filters, no rehearsed lines, just a soul unraveling behind a practiced grin. Hoping, desperately hoping, that you see what no one else does. Please don't look away. Please don't let my silence fool you. Please meet me in this place where the storm rages quietly behind the smile that hides it all.
Soul tired in a world that doesn't notice. Hey God, I don't know when being tired became my normal, but this isn't the kind of tired that a nap can fix. It's not just physical, it's deeper than that. It's soul tired. It's waking up already weary. It's smiling at people while a heaviness sits in my chest like a stone. It's moving through the day like I'm underwater, slow, heavy, numb, pretending to be present. This kind of tired doesn't make a sound. It doesn't cry for help. It just lingers. I've gotten so used to pushing through it, to doing what's expected, to being productive, to performing well enough that no one questions how I'm really doing. Because most of the time, people don't really want to know. Not deeply, not truly. They want me to say I'm okay so they can move on. And I've learned to give them that answer. Even when I'm not. Even when I'm drowning inside. God, there's something really lonely about feeling this way in a world that doesn't stop, where everyone's moving fast, talking loud, chasing something, and I'm just tired. Tired of trying to keep up. Tired of pretending to be okay in group chats and meetings and dinners. Tired of nodding at jokes when I feel nothing. Tired of saying yes when my heart is screaming no. Sometimes I wonder if anyone would even notice if I slowed down. If I stopped showing up. If I stopped replying, smiling, fixing, performing. Would anyone notice if I just disappeared for a while? That thought scares me. But it also reveals something true. I don't feel seen anymore. Not for who I really am. Not for what I'm quietly carrying. God, do you notice? Do you see how hard it is to keep showing up when every step feels like walking through fog? Do you see how much effort it takes to be the strong one when I feel anything but? I don't need a spotlight. I'm not asking for attention. I just want to be seen by you, by the one who knows me, not just the version I offered to the world. I want you to see the nights I lie awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering what's wrong with me. I want you to see the way my chest tightens at random moments when sadness hits out of nowhere. I want you to see the parts of me that feel forgotten, even by me. Because this tiredness isn't laziness. It's not a phase. It's not about sleep. It's the weariness of being too much for some people and not enough for others. It's the ache of carrying emotions I don't have names for. It's the fatigue of faking joy when joy feels like a memory. God, if you're near, and I believe you are, can you just sit with me tonight? You don't have to fix it. You don't have to say anything. Just be here, in this soul-tired space, in this quiet ache, in this strange in-between where I'm not falling apart, but I'm not whole either. Just be here with me, God. Let me rest in you, even if the world doesn't slow down, even if no one notices what I'm carrying. Because tonight, I don't need to be strong.
I don't need to be productive. I just need to be held by someone who sees everything and stays. And I'm hoping that someone is you.
Laughter with a lump in my throat. Hey God, it's strange, isn't it? How easy it is to laugh, even when nothing feels funny. I've become so good at it. Laughing at the right moment, smiling on cue, filling silences with lightness I don't actually feel. But if you were close enough to hear, you'd notice the silence just after. You'd hear the tremble in my breath. You'd hear the lump in my throat that comes every time I force out that laugh. Because behind that laugh is a question. Will anyone see through it? Does anyone hear how hollow it is? I laugh so they won't ask. I laugh so I don't have to explain. I laugh because if I don't, I might cry. And crying makes people uncomfortable. So I give them what they expect. I play my part in the room. The funny one, the cheerful one, the doing okay one. But God, it's all performance, and it's exhausting. You know what hurts the most? It's not that they don't see the pain. It's that I've made it so easy for them not to. I hand them a smile like a gift, wrapped neatly, tied with the bow of, I'm good, I promise. And they accept it. Every time. But after they turn away, after the conversation ends, I'm left with the echo of my own voice. Too bright, too upbeat, too fake. And I wonder, when did I start believing that my sadness had to be hidden? When did I learn that showing pain meant weakness? When did I decide that laughter was safer than truth? I don't even know anymore. All I know is that somewhere along the way, my smile became armor. My laughter became a shield. And the real me, she got quieter, smaller, harder to find. But you haven't forgotten her, have you? You see the version of me that stays quiet after the joke. You see the part of me that wants to be honest, but is afraid honesty will scare people away. You hear the way I laugh while holding back tears. You see the way I sit in silence afterward, wishing I had the courage to say, actually, I'm not okay. But I don't, because I don't want to be a burden, because I don't want to ruin the mood, because I don't know how to be sad in a world that demands constant light. So I keep laughing, even when it hurts. But tonight with you, I don't want to hide behind the sound of my own voice. I don't want to pretend that laughter is healing me. I don't want to keep wearing this mask that fits too well. I want to be held, not for the energy I bring into a room, not for the smile I wear, but for the ache I've been carrying underneath it all. God, let this be a place where my laughter doesn't have to hide my pain. Let this be the one space where I can sigh and not follow it up with a joke. Let this be the moment where the lump in my throat gets to speak. Because sometimes laughter isn't joy. It's survival. It's the sound I make so I don't fall apart. And I'm tired of surviving, God. I want to feel real joy again. Not the kind that has to be forced. Not the kind that comes with a price. Real joy. The kind that doesn't require me to shrink. The kind that doesn't need to mask the pain. But until then, just be here with me. Sit with the me who laughs with a lump in her throat and love her anyway. When I'm fine becomes a habit. Hey God, I wonder how many times I've said those words. I'm fine. 2 syllables, simple, easy, and so believable. It slips off my tongue now without thought, like a reflex. Someone asks, "How are you?" And before I even check in with my own heart, I answer automatically, "I'm fine." But I'm not. I haven't been for a while. And maybe the scariest part is that I've gotten used to saying it anyway. It's not that I want to lie. It's just easier. Easier than explaining, easier than risking judgment, easier than hearing, "It could be worse." When all I want is someone to say, "That sounds hard. I'm here." So I say it. Again and again, and with time it becomes a habit. Not just in conversations, but in how I speak to myself. I tell me I'm fine. When I feel empty, I say I'm fine. When my chest tightens for no reason, I say I'm fine. When the weight gets too heavy and the tears come late at night, I swallow them down and whisper, "It's fine. I'm fine. It's nothing." But it is something, God. It's something big. It's the ache I've been ignoring, the sadness I've labeled dramatic, the fear I've called silly, the burnout I've mistaken for laziness. It's all the little pieces of me that are slowly unraveling while I smile and nod and say I'm fine. And I think I've said it so often, I almost believe it. Almost. But then come the moments when I'm alone, when the noise fades and the mask falls, and I can hear my own soul whispering, "I'm not fine. I'm barely holding on." That's when I realize how loud the silence has become, how empty my reassurance sounds, how exhausted I am from pretending I'm okay. God, are you there in those moments? Do you hear the truth underneath my words? Do you hear the "help me" buried beneath "I'm fine"? Do you feel the tears I blink back with a practiced smile? Do you sit with me in the quiet after I say it, knowing I don't mean it? Because if you do, then maybe I don't have to keep lying. Maybe I can stop rehearsing strength and just admit what's real. So here it is. Here's the truth I've been swallowing. I'm not fine. I'm tired. I'm sad for reasons I can't always explain. I'm overwhelmed by things I can't say out loud. I'm lonely in a room full of people. I'm aching in ways that words can't quite reach. But I've gotten so good at hiding it, so good at performing fine that I even don't know how to stop. And that scares me, because I don't want to forget how to be real. So tonight, with you, I want to practice honesty again. Not polished honesty, not the kind that makes people comfortable, just the raw, messy kind. I want to say, "I'm not fine," and let that be enough. No explanations, no apologies, no fixing. Just truth, just presence, just me and you. God, I don't need answers tonight. I don't need solutions. I just want to rest in a space where I don't have to pretend, where I can lay down my habit of "I'm fine" and pick up something softer, truer, lighter. Maybe I'm hurting, but I'm not alone. Maybe I'm tired, but I'm held.
Maybe I'm broken, but I'm loved. And maybe that's what healing begins with. Not a miracle, not a breakthrough, but a whispered truth in the dark. I'm not fine, and that's okay.
No one sees the cracks, but you do, God. Hey, God, most days I look fine, put together, steady, like someone who knows what they're doing, like someone who's got it under control. People say I'm strong. They call me resilient, say I always bounce back. And maybe they're right on the surface. But beneath the surface, there are cracks, hairline fractures, little breaks in places no one ever looks. I've learned how to smile through those cracks, to laugh around them, to cover them with busyness, small talk, routines. And it works. No one asks. No one notices, because the outside still looks whole. But you see deeper, don't you? You see the quiet moments when the cracks begin to widen. You see the way I pause too long before answering, the way I fake my tone to sound okay. You hear the sigh in my chest when no one else is listening. You catch the flicker in my eyes, the one that says, I'm trying so hard not to fall apart. God, thank you for noticing, because some days not being seen makes the pain feel heavier. It's not that I want attention. It's not that I want everyone to know my pain. I just want someone to know it's there, that it's real, that I'm not making it up, that it's hard. And I think that's the worst part about invisible pain. It's easy for people to dismiss what they can't see. They see a smile and assume you're happy. They see your strength and assume you're okay. They don't see the cracks, so they don't ask. And after a while, you stop hoping that they will. But you, God, you've always been the one who sees what others miss. You see the weight I carry in my silence. You see the prayers I can't form into words. You see the way I keep showing up, even when it hurts to move through the day. You see it all. And you don't turn away. You don't brush it off. You don't ask me to smile wider or be more grateful. You just stay. And somehow that matters more than anything else. Because in a world that claps for performance and speed, you are the quiet stillness that says, come as you are, cracks and all. Tonight, I want to stop pretending I'm not breaking. I want to stop holding myself so tightly together just to keep everyone else comfortable. Let the cracks show, God. Let them breathe. Let them be seen. Because maybe they're not weakness. Maybe they're just signs I've been carrying too much for too long. Signs that I'm human, that I feel deeply, that I need rest and grace. And maybe, just maybe, they're the very places where your love gets in. So I won't hide them from you anymore. Not tonight. You've seen them all along anyway, and still you stay. Still you love me. Still you call me whole. Even when I feel like I'm falling apart. So let me rest here, in the safety of being fully known. Let me stop bracing. Let me stop covering up. Let the cracks remain visible tonight, not as shame,
but as evidence that I've survived, that I'm still here, and that somewhere in the breaking, you've never once let go.
The weight of holding it all together. Hey God, do you know how heavy it is to always be the one holding things together? Because that's what I do. That's what I've always done. I show up, I smile, I keep things running. I carry the moods in the room, the unspoken needs, the hidden chaos. And somehow, I became the one who holds the pieces for everyone, everywhere. It's not that I mind being dependable. It's not that I don't want to help. But lately, God, I feel like I'm carrying 1,000 invisible things, and no one even sees the weight. I carry their needs, their disappointments, their expectations. I carry my own unspoken fears, my unanswered questions. I carry conversations I didn't finish, emotions I didn't process, grief I never named. And still, I keep walking, like I'm fine, like I can handle it. Because if I don't, who will? But God, can I admit something tonight? I'm tired. So tired. Not just of the weight itself, but of carrying it silently, of being the strong one, of pretending my shoulders don't ache from the pressure. And sometimes I wonder, when do I get to fall apart? When do I get to be held, instead of being the one who holds everything else? Because holding it all together, every single day, without it wears on a soul. And I know people mean well when they call me strong, but sometimes I wish they'd ask, are you tired? Do you need to be held for a while? Can I carry something for you? But they don't, because they believe the version of me I present, the one who's always okay, the one who keeps smiling, even as my arms grow weary. God, I'm asking you, can I set this down tonight? Just for a moment, just long enough to breathe, to exhale, to be a person again, not a role. Because I can't keep pretending the weight isn't affecting me. I can't keep carrying the world and ignoring my own heart. It's too much, and I'm only human. So here it is, God, all of it. The stress, the pressure, the responsibility I never asked for but took on anyway. The fear that if I drop even one thing, everything will fall apart. I lay it down now, at your feet, in your hands, because you're the only one strong enough to carry what I cannot, the only one who sees what I'm truly holding, without me having to explain it all. So take it, God, hold what I cannot, and while you do, just hold me too. Let me rest in you. Let me cry without shame. Let me admit that I'm not as strong as I pretend to be, and feel loved anyway. Because being strong all the time isn't sustainable, and I don't want to collapse in silence just because I was too afraid to say I'm struggling. So this is me finally saying it. I'm struggling. I'm tired. I need help. And I need you, not as a distant idea, not as a fix-it-all solution, just as a quiet presence, a safe place, a steady hand on my back, saying, you don't have to hold it all anymore. Let me. God, thank you for being the one who never asks me to perform strength. Thank you for holding me, even when I offer is all my weakness. And thank you for never letting me carry more than I was meant to. Tonight, I lay it all down. And finally, I rest.
Let me cry without explaining why. Hey God,
Can I ask something that feels small but isn't? Can I cry without explaining why? Because most of the time, that feels like too much to ask. Every time the tears rise, there's this quiet pressure in me to justify them, to offer a reason, to make them make sense. But sometimes they don't. Sometimes they come out of nowhere, in the middle of a task, in the shower, in the car, in a song that wasn't even sad, and I find myself wiping them away quickly, hiding them before anyone sees, before anyone asks that question I hate the most. What's wrong? Because honestly, I don't always know. And even when I do, I don't always have the strength to explain. So I say, it's nothing. I'm just tired. Or the old faithful, I'm fine. But I'm not. Not in that moment. Not when the tears come. God, I just want a space where tears don't need translation. Where I can cry and no one interrupts it. Where I'm not asked to turn my emotions into a story so they'll be taken seriously. Because what if the tears themselves are the story? What if they're carrying things I haven't had time to feel? What if they're grief I never unpacked? Loneliness I never voiced? Pressure I never released? What if they're sacred? What if they're prayers that only you can understand? So tonight, God, please let this be the place. Let this be the space where my tears are allowed. No questions, no analysis. No need to be tidy or logical. Just me, weeping, breathing, breaking softly. With you sitting beside me, not asking me to explain, not trying to fix me, just being present, just being near. Because there's something healing about being allowed to feel without defending it. There's something holy about being met in our emotions, not edited in them. And I think that's what I need most right now. Not wisdom, not answers, not perspective. Just comfort, just warmth, just a hand on my back and the whisper, it's okay, let them fall. Let the tears fall, God. Let them rise and fall like a tide. Let them move through me like a river that knows exactly where it needs to go. Let them wash away the weight I've been carrying. Let them soften the spaces in me that have turned numb. Let them be a release, not a shame. Because I'm tired of bottling everything inside, just so I don't have to explain. Tired of shoving pain down, just so no one's uncomfortable. You're not uncomfortable with my tears, are you? You've seen them before they even form. You've caught the ones I cried in silence. You've heard the ones that never made a sound. So you know, you understand, and that's enough. Let me cry tonight, God. Let the tears fall freely. Let them land where they may, and meet me in that release, not with answers, but with arms. Let me weep and still be worthy. Let me break and still be held. Let my tears speak for me, and let your presence be the response. Because tonight, I don't want to explain. I just want to feel and know that you're still here.
I don't want advice. I want presence. Hey God, can I be honest with you about something? When I'm hurting, really hurting, what I need most is not advice. It's presence. But that's not what the world offers me most of the time. People mean well, they want to help, so they say things like, look on the bright side, just stay positive, everything happens for a reason. And maybe sometimes those words help, but most days they land like noise, like someone trying to turn down the volume on something I need to feel. Because sometimes I don't want to be talked out of my pain. I just want to be seen in it. I don't want tips or solutions or next steps. I want stillness. I want safety. I want someone to sit beside me in the dark and say, I'm not leaving. And that's what I'm asking you for tonight, God. Not answers, not strategies, just you. Your nearness, your warmth, your silent understanding. Because sometimes advice feels like pressure, like I have to rush my healing to make others comfortable. But presence gives me permission to take my time, to unravel, to breathe, to feel everything I've been holding back without needing to justify a single thing. You've never rushed me, God, not once. Not when I was angry, not when I was numb, not when I was stuck in fear or buried in shame. You didn't say, you should know better. You didn't say, here's a 5-step plan. You just stayed. And somehow, that did more for my soul than 1,000 solutions ever could. Because there's something sacred about being met in your weakness and still being loved. There's something healing about knowing you don't need me to have it all figured out before I come to you. You just want me. So here I am, not with answers, but with ache. Not with victory, but with vulnerability. Just me, the real me. Quiet, tired, a little lost. And I know that's enough for you. God, I don't need you to lecture me tonight. I don't need a pep talk. I don't need spiritual cliches. I just want you to sit beside me and let your presence say all the things words cannot. I see you. I'm not leaving. You don't have to fix this alone. You're safe here. Because when someone stays with you in your lowest, weakest, messiest moment, that's when healing begins. So tonight, God, let that be enough. Not the fixing, not the solving, just the staying. Just you and me in the quiet. And maybe that's where peace is born. Not from having everything right, but from knowing I'm not alone, even when everything feels wrong. So please, God, don't advise me tonight. Just hold me. Just be near. Just stay. I'm not angry. I'm just tired. Hey, God, if I seem distant lately, if I've pulled away, gone quiet, if my prayers feel softer or slower, or sometimes missing altogether, please know, it's not because I'm angry. It's not because I've stopped believing. It's not rebellion. It's not bitterness. It's just I'm tired. That's all. Tired in a way I can't fully explain. Tired in my body, yes, but deeper than that. Tired in my heart. Tired in my soul. It's not about one moment. It's not about one wound. It's the accumulation of carrying things quietly for so long, of being okay for everyone else, of walking through hard seasons with a brave face, of surviving when I wanted to rest, of smiling when I wanted to fall apart. And after a while, even hope begins to feel heavy. I'm not angry at you, God. I'm not upset with how things turned out. I'm just worn out from trying to make sense of everything, from trying to be faithful while feeling empty, from waking up every day and whispering, okay, let's try again, even when my spirit is frayed. Some days I feel numb, not because I don't care, but because caring takes more energy than I have. Some days I don't have the words. Not because I've run out of love, but because silence feels safer than explaining things I barely understand myself. Some days I don't feel anything at all, and that scares me because I used to feel everything so deeply. But again, it's not anger, it's just exhaustion. And I think I've been afraid to admit that to you. Afraid that if I said it out loud, you might be disappointed. You might pull away. But somehow, I know you won't, because you've seen tired hearts before. You've walked with the weary. You've held the ones who have nothing left to give. And maybe tonight, that's me. Not lost, not hopeless, just tired. Tired of trying to be everything. Tired of pretending to be okay. Tired of feeling like if I rest, everything will fall apart. So I come to you now, not with energy, not with passion, but simply with honesty. I'm tired, God. Please don't rush me through this feeling. Please don't ask me to explain it away. Just let me be tired and still loved. Let me be empty and still held. Let me be quiet and still heard. Because I'm not angry. I still believe you're good. I still trust you're here. I still know you love me. I'm just asking, can that be enough for now? Can I lay down the pressure to be joyful? Can I pause the need to be strong? Can I sit with you in my fatigue and not feel like a failure? Because I don't need a breakthrough right now. I don't need a miracle. I just need to know that it's okay to be tired and still be close to you. So here I am, God, heavy-limbed, heavy-hearted, but still reaching for you. Not with fireworks, just with a whisper. I'm here. I'm tired, but I still want you near. And maybe that's enough. Maybe that's everything.
Let me take off the mask tonight. Hey God, I wear it so well now, the mask. The one that smiles, the one that nods, the one that makes everyone else feel like I'm okay, even when I'm not. It's become so familiar, I sometimes forget it's not my real face. I've worn it for years, maybe longer. At first, I put it on for protection, to feel safe, to keep people from seeing too much, feeling too much, asking too much. Then, over time, I wore it out of habit, out of expectation, because people liked the version of me that wore it. The calm one, the strong one, the cheerful one, the one who didn't fall apart. But God, tonight, I can't do it anymore. Not here, not with you, because the mask is heavy, heavier than anyone knows. And when I finally take it off, in the silence, in the stillness, when no one's watching, I feel the ache of how long I've been holding myself together. I feel the space between who I've become and who I really am. And I want to come back to the real me, the soft me, the tired me, the me who doesn't need to be impressive to be loved. God, I think I've spent so much time trying to be what everyone needed, I forgot what I needed. And now, I just want to breathe, without performing, without smiling through it, without carrying the weight of everyone else's comfort. I want to exhale, to release, to come undone, safely. And I believe I can do that with you. Because you've seen my face underneath the mask all along. You've never been fooled by the performance. You've never loved the mask more than the person behind it. And that's what I need tonight. To be loved in my unfiltered, unedited state, to be accepted in my rawness without having to explain or apologize for it. So here I am, God. No mask, no act, no polished phrases. Just me. The version of me who's afraid of disappointing people. The version of me who cries when no one's watching. The version of me who sometimes wonders if I'm too much or not enough. The version who's been waiting so long to be seen. Let this be the night I stop pretending. Let this be the night I don't have to hold it all together. Let this be the night I get to be fully human and still fully loved. I don't want to impress you, God. I just want to be with you, to be known, to be safe, to rest. So as I take off this mask, please don't look away. Please don't pull back. I need to know you see me, not the me I perform, but the me I try to hide. And I need to know you stay, even when I'm messy, even when I'm fragile, even when I'm real, because that's when I need love the most. Not when I've perfected the mask, but when I finally lay it down. So here it is, God. Here I am. No more pretending, no more roles, no more pressure. Just a soul that longs to rest, unmasked and unafraid.
Held without words. Hey God, there are moments when words feel too small, too clumsy, too loud, too fragile to carry what's really going on inside me. And tonight is one of those moments. I don't have the energy to explain. I don't even have the clarity to name what I'm feeling. It's not one thing, it's everything. A mix of ache and longing, numbness and need. And all I want is to be held. Not questioned, not talked through, not hurried into healing, just held. Without words, without pressure, without needing to make sense of it all. Because sometimes silence is more honest than speech. Sometimes presence is more powerful than advice. And sometimes all a soul needs is to be gently wrapped in arms that say, I see you. You don't have to explain. God, I think we underestimate the power of stillness. The kind where no one fixes, no one analyzes, no one fills the space with noise. Just quiet. Just closeness. Just breath. That's what I'm asking for tonight. Not wisdom, not even peace. Just you. Here. Near. Real. I want to feel you like a blanket. Soft. Steady. Warm. I want to lean into the invisible nearness of your love and know, without a doubt, that you're holding me. Fully, gently, completely. Because sometimes the words get tangled. And sometimes the tears don't explain themselves. And sometimes all I have left is the hope that being held is enough. And I believe it is. Because I've known your presence, God. I felt it in the quiet, in the stillness between sentences, in the hush after the weeping, in the deep exhale that says, I can stop fighting now. So tonight, no speeches, no perfectly crafted prayers, just the truth. I need to be held by someone who isn't afraid of silence, by someone who can handle the weight I carry, even when I can't describe it. I don't need you to speak tonight, God. I just need you to stay, to sit beside me, to wrap around me in the places that ache, in the spaces that feel hollow. Let your nearness be the comfort. Let your stillness be the answer. Let the silence between us be sacred, not empty. Because I don't want to perform tonight. I don't want to reach for the right words. I just want to rest quietly, fully, in the knowing that I am not alone in this. You are here. You are listening. And you're not waiting for me to say something profound. You're just here, with me. And that's enough. That's more than enough. Whisper to me that I'm still loved. Hey God, can I ask you for something simple tonight? Not a miracle, not a breakthrough, not even strength. Just this. Could you whisper to me that I'm still loved? Even now, even like this, even in the mess I've become. Because deep down, that's what I'm really afraid of. That somewhere along the way, I've fallen out of the reach of love. Not because you left, but because I did. Because I've been so quiet, so numb, so tired. Because I've withdrawn and shut down. Because I've let the sadness sink in and the smile fade out. And in the silence that followed, I started to wonder if I was still lovable, still worthy, still known, still chosen. God, I need to hear it again, not as theology, not as doctrine, but as a whisper, soft, close, personal. Because some part of me has started to believe that I have to earn it back, that I've disappointed you too much, drifted too far, become too much of a burden. But I don't want to live in that fear anymore. I don't want to measure my worth by how strong I've been, or how much I've accomplished, or how put together I appear. I just want to be loved, right here, right now, exactly as I am. Without the mask, without the performance, without the need to clean myself up first. God, if you're near, and I believe you are, could you say it softly? Say it like a lullaby, like something meant for my soul more than my ears. Let your voice reach the parts of me that doubt, the parts that feel forgotten, the parts that carry shame too quietly to name. Whisper to me that I'm not too far gone, that I'm not too broken, that I'm not too complicated to be cherished. Whisper to me that you still delight in me, that you still choose me, that even when I'm not okay, I am still yours. I need to know, God, that your love isn't scared off by my sadness, that it doesn't flinch when I'm weary, that it doesn't waver when I question or withdraw or cry without explanation. Tell me I'm not too heavy. Tell me I don't have to try so hard. Tell me I can rest in the truth that nothing I've done or failed to do has changed the way you see me. Tell me that I am still loved. Loved in my silence, loved in my sorrow, loved in the long stretches where I feel nothing at all. And maybe, just maybe, if I can believe that again, I'll start to breathe deeper. I'll start to come back to life. I'll start to hope that love, real love, was never something I had to earn. So, whisper it, God, even if it's quiet, even if it's barely there. Let my soul lean in and hear you say, you are still loved,
right now, right here, exactly as you are.
Even if nothing changes tomorrow. Hey God, sometimes I pray hoping for change, hoping that after the words leave my mouth, something will shift. The pain will lift, the weight will ease, the silence will break. But the truth is, sometimes nothing changes. Not right away, not visibly. I wake up the next day and the ache is still there. The questions are still there. The exhaustion still lingers like fog. And in those moments, I wonder if I did something wrong. If maybe my prayer wasn't enough, or maybe I wasn't enough. But tonight, God, I want to try something different. I want to rest in the kind of trust that says, even if nothing changes tomorrow, you are still here. Even if I wake up with the same heaviness, the same sadness, the same unanswered questions, you are still good. Because maybe the miracle isn't in everything shifting. Maybe the miracle is in knowing I'm not facing it alone. Maybe peace isn't about things getting easier, but about knowing you're staying even when they don't. And that might be enough for now. Because I'm learning that trust isn't proven when the storm is calmed, but when I believe you're still in the boat while the waves keep crashing. So here I am, God, learning to let go of needing immediate answers, learning to release the pressure to feel better by sunrise, learning to believe that presence is more powerful than progress. Because sometimes healing is slow. Sometimes growth is invisible. Sometimes peace is quiet, so quiet I almost miss it. And sometimes you're working in ways I can't see. So tonight, I'm letting go of the timeline. I'm surrendering the need for everything to look different by morning. I'm choosing to believe that you're still working, in the stillness, in the waiting, in the not yet. Even if my circumstances stay the same, you are not the same as them. You are faithful, steady, close. And that closeness, that quiet closeness, might be the very thing that saves me again and again. So here's what I'm saying tonight. Even if nothing changes tomorrow, you are still good. Even if I still feel tired, you are still holding me. Even if I don't feel strong, you are still enough. And maybe that's the kind of faith that matters most. Not the loud kind, not the polished kind, but the kind that whispers, I will keep showing up because you do. So God, I won't ask you to fix it all tonight. I won't ask you to make it easy. I'll just ask you to be with me again tomorrow. In the heaviness, in the unknown, in the quiet. And I'll trust that even if nothing changes, I'll still be held. You and me. No more pretending. Hey God, we've come a long way tonight, haven't we? Through the tiredness, through the hiding, through the quiet ache beneath my smile, through the heavy places I've been too afraid to name. And now, I just want to sit here with you. No more masks, no more I'm fine, no more pretending. Just you and me. Nothing between us but honesty. Nothing left to hide. And strangely, that feels okay now. For so long, I believed I had to be more put together, more hopeful, more spiritual, more something. But tonight, in this stillness, I see it clearer than ever. You were never asking for more. You were just waiting for me. The real me, the soft me, the version who doesn't always know what to pray. The one who shows up tear-stained and silent, but still shows up. And you stayed, through every unspoken word, through every pause, through every whispered truth
I was scared to say aloud. You didn't need performance. You just wanted presence. And that changed everything. So now, for the first time in a long time, I can rest. Not because everything is fixed, not because I've suddenly figured it all out, but because I know you're not going anywhere. You've seen my sorrow, you've seen my silence, you've seen my smile that wasn't real, and you never walked away. You called that version of me, the broken one, loved. And I believe you. So I'm done pretending. I'm done managing appearances. I'm done performing peace when what I need is presence. From this moment on, you and me, just as we are. No more shame, no more pressure, no more hiding behind strength. If I'm joyful, I'll bring that to you too. If I'm angry, I'll bring that too. If I'm numb, weary, or confused, I'll still come. Because you can handle it. Because you want me anyway. Because I never had to be perfect to be welcome. So tonight, I'm breathing a little easier. My chest feels a little lighter. My soul a little softer. Because I know this. I don't have to fake it anymore. Not here. Not with you. In that kind of freedom, the freedom to be fully known and fully loved, that's what I've been aching for all along. So here I am, God, not hiding, not pretending, just here, with you. Still tired, still healing, but safe and seen, and somehow enough. And maybe that's the miracle. Not that everything changes overnight, but that I finally stopped pretending. And still, you stayed.